All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? I'm not late. I'm stylishly on time, in fact. You heard it, and it's true. Anyway, we're back. We're playing Elden Ring. I weirdly don't remember what I was up to in the DLC. I say weirdly because, like, I only just played it, like, a few days ago. But I genuinely just don't recall what I was doing. Oh, no, I think, wasn't I in, hold on. I think I do. I was in a dungeon. I think one of the lava ones. Oh, there we go. That was a nice crack on the can. Hello, Dream Master. And Velocity and Mickle. Hello, or sorry, Velocity. Whoa. You see the camera for like a frame there? I hit something and the camera went wacky. Ah, yes. Hit them when they're weakest. My mic arm is way too high. Hold on, let's try to mess with that a bit. If it's this close to my face, then we're gonna have to. Mickle, thank you for the 24 months. He's officially hit it. Mickle and Jess were in the race for the first 24 months. Mickle officially got there first. I pronounce it Velocity? Oh, okay. That makes it easier then. It was just one of those, like, my brain filling in the gaps on its own moments, plural, grammar. Come out here. I don't want to deal with your shit. There you go. Oh, he's got sparkly eyes. Bet you've never seen someone take on one of these guys so stylishly. I'm getting all the style points today. I don't know how that didn't hit me. Bitch. Oh, I thought that would kill. I could have, whatever. That's right. It's not gonna work too well against you. Although, actually, that's what I was... $25,000 runes for one of those guys with the sparkling eyes. And that one little corner of my hair. It's always the problem spot, is that this corner right here just doesn't want to, there it goes. It's not staying up. God damn it. It's fine. Armament ahead. Oh, my OBS is freaking out. Hold on, chat. I didn't notice until just now. Wow. Let's try giving it the old reboot real quick. You should see the void. Say hello to it if you do. I don't know. The last time I reboot it, it didn't go to the void and people were disappointed, but maybe this time. I'll be right back. Are we good now? Oh, my game isn't tabbed in. Hello? There we go. That's looking a lot better. The infinite darkness. Yeah, I don't know why the last time I had to reboot it midstream, it just didn't do the void. It like pulled a freeze frame on me instead, which is nowhere near as fun. Boosh, 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 Boosh. Ow. Fuck. Damn it. Oh. Lord have mercy. Oh, okay. Hello, Yan. I am become one with the shadows. Relic of the past. Oh, what is... I think there's like a... never mind. It's just old brain rot. My brain, when I read that, I was like, I think there's like an old Breaking Benjamin song that goes something like that. And there is. I just won't be able to think of the name of it. I know what album it's on. But I would not be able to name the song. Hammer in the ass. Hammer in the ass. Get it, bitch. Last time, like right at the end of stream when we were here, someone said that guard countering the golems is actually really good. And I remember messing with it a little bit. Yeah, there it is. It's not that the damage is good. It's that they stagger really easily. No, not dance. It's not any of them that that were super popular. And it wasn't from that album either. It was from I can't think of the name of the album. It's from the album where the album cover was the frontman's brain scan. That one. It's on that album somewhere. Oh. Dance with the Devil was like, wasn't that like their most, or no, second most popular song or something? It was pretty up there. Oh, fuck. Not the rock combo, please. Holy shit. The potentially insta-death rock combo. Oh, that's where I bound Torrent. Still getting used to this whole using the extra pouch thing. Jesus Christ. Those rocks hurt. Oh, that's right. That happened to me last time too. If you try to guard that one with a smaller shield, it like counts as it hitting your head, not the shield. Hitboxes. You should be close to a stagger, friend. I know it. I can feel it. No? Okay. It's okay. Just train them around. Be patient with them. Damn it. Okay. That's fine. Two of them. Two of them is a problem, I think. There we go. I don't even know how that happened. I've never seen the equip screen like this without the details. I didn't even know there was a toggle for that. I was so weirded out. All of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute, where are all the numbers? Off with the stupid sweet shield. Mikkel, we need literally like one more point in endurance, and then we can bump it up to the new big boy, like Black Knight shield that I've been trying to get. Because it matches the hammer. It has like the exact same design as the hammer, like all the detailing and stuff. So we've been trying to work up to it, but go figure, big strength bonk stick plus guts armor plus great shield takes a lot of equip load. Like a lot. And we are legit like at our last point of endurance needed right now. Oh my god. Hooray! You know it was the greatest shield ever. You know it. He did us right through literally like the whole run. Didn't I get it in Limgrave? Way back? Isn't that where I picked up the sweet shield? I don't remember where you get it. Where you find it. But I feel like I've had it since literally the beginning of the game. He's only ever done right by us, chat. I don't want to hear any hooray. Greatest shield ever. I know that Demon Souls is going to get slammed in the bracket today. This matchup was just unfortunate. If you weren't here when we made the bracket, we randomized all the seating, like just fully random. I did not do any of the matchups. I would not have put Demon Souls against Elden Ring in round 1. That is straight diabolical. But we are doing losers bracket. So Demon Souls could, in theory, make a comeback. Ow. I forgot there was a ledge here. That scared the shit out of me. This is actually a boss encounter right here. This is fucked up. Yikes. Doesn't help that I'm pushing the damage trying to get one of them down. Don't throw rocks at me. Please. How did I know? Oh my god, you can throw 4? It only takes 3 of them to kill me from full. Why can you throw 4? Holy shit, one's down. This is the run. It's not Jover anymore. Are they holy resistant? No. They are all damage from anywhere but the red spot on their back resistant. Apparently, someone in chat yesterday told me that Fextra Life went through and ran the numbers. Like, I think they averaged it across all enemy types and bosses in the DLC. And apparently the strongest, like, what's the word? Attack power type, in terms of the elemental stuff at least, is holy damage in the DLC. Which was kind of a long shot for me when we started doing this build. I was hoping that would be the case, but I wasn't really expecting it would be. But here we are. We live in the best timeline. And FromSoft actually did make it so that in the base game, holy damage is like the weakest stat out of all of them. But in the DLC, it's the strongest. Just because of the enemies that you're up against. And I'm so happy. I think in terms of like, you know how there's also like the slash and pierce and like blunt damage types. That's why I said like elemental stuff. I don't even remember if you can see that in the game. I think you can somewhere. Out of those, I think they said that pierce was the strongest, like, I guess weapon damage type. I don't even know how to describe that, to be honest. How would you describe that? What are those damage types? Because it's like a totally different thing, right? God help me. Holy dung. Don't throw rocks at me, please. Oh, I could still heal with my Ash. He's maybe close enough to a stagger. I don't know. I don't want to push it. Oh. Fuck. What did I just say about pushing it? Oh my god, he might kill me. Jesus, fuck. Demon Souls got done dirty. I know. I was just saying, because I randomized the seating for the Soulsborne one. The Armored Core and the Ace Combat and the upcoming Metal Gear ones, I did the seating myself for like round 1 and stuff. This one, I let good old random.org set it all up. And I would say that pretty much every round, or sorry, every matchup in round 1 is good, except for this one. Elden Ring versus Demon Souls is like actually diabolical. It's just pretty much defaulting Demon Souls out in the first round. It's painful. Oh my god. Would beat Dark Souls 2 so hard. Oh yeah. So there were... One of the funnier things with doing this bracket is that there are only 7 Soulsborne games so far. So one of the games had to go straight to round 2, right? To just compete with the winner from round 1. Or with one of the winners from round 1, rather. And through randomizing it, Dark Souls 2 got defaulted into the second round. So Dark Souls 2 didn't even have to play in round 1. Just by default, it got advanced. Strike. That's earlier I said blunt. And I was like, what? That's not right. It's not blunt damage, it's strike damage. That's what they call it. Because Dark Souls 2 is peak and the randomizer knows it. Am I meant to? I'm definitely meant to jump down there. Let me just make sure there's nothing like back out this way. Because I don't think I went down here, did I? No, I did not. For a second, I thought I like ran past. Wait a minute, Somber 8. Was I not waiting on a Somber 8? Oh, I'm waiting on just Smithing Stone 8s. I might have picked some up. No, I'm done with Sombers entirely, actually. Looking at it now. We don't need Sombers anymore. And we're close to not needing any Smithing Stones. Yeah, I need a couple more 7s. And... one more 8, I think. I didn't even really run the math. I think it's 12. Oh, well, there's 3 8s. That's probably enough. This hammer looks like it would be a somber. It wasn't, weirdly. It definitely does. Isn't the whole thing with like somber weapons though? Correct me if I'm wrong. You upgrade it with sombers if the weapon has its own unique skill, right? On a scale of 0 to 10, how much you got spoiled so far? In general, this is kind of a weird one to answer. In general, 0. Because in terms of like YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that for spoilers, I'm great at dodging spoilers. Like, really good. I do not fall for temptation at all. I don't watch Souls YouTube at all, so I don't like get stuff in my recommended or anything that spoils it through like thumbnails or whatever, because I know that that happens to a lot of people. So in general, like legitimately 0. But some people have said things in chat, so through chat, maybe like a 3. Oh my God. But still not a lot. I mean, I guess you could maybe say that, like, I know Mesmer is the final boss, but, like, we all kind of knew that. That wasn't really a spoiler. Like, sure, it was never confirmed, but, like, ever since the story trailer, we all kind of knew that. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Up the ass. Oh, okay, you still have frames. That's cool. I didn't do the seating for the Souls bracket. It was randomized. You can't blame me. All the OP build talk is so cringe. You're doing the right thing by not following any of the Souls community. I've talked before, like, I like Vati for lore stuff. I think he does a really good job with, like, presentation and stuff. I enjoy it. And I liked Ember, the Souls YouTuber Ember, but he hasn't uploaded in, like, almost a year. And I know he just works still. Like, he doesn't need to. His channel got big enough where he could have gone full-time, but he just doesn't want to. And he's just been busy with, like, his career stuff. He pops up on Twitter, like, once every 3 months, and he's like, yeah, I'm still alive. I'm just working a lot. Oh, I'm eating this. The Souls community is not worth following. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen like some Souls YouTube here and there, but it's just generally not my thing all that much. On occasion, like Vati's cool. Who's the guy who does the ridiculous ranking videos for Elden Ring? Someone in chat will probably know it. Who's that guy? Because I've seen maybe like 3 or 4 of his videos, and he seems pretty good. Like, I can picture the profile picture. Ow. Fuck. Rusty. That is it. Yeah. That's the one. Rusty. He's so painfully sarcastic that I can't watch them. I love sarcasm. Wait, what did I just do? Did I just... Does a jumping heavy to the crystal insta-stagger them with this hammer? Scroll past the ranking and complaining about it all. Then why are you here? I'm kidding. This is a joke. Before the Elden Ring Reddit hears it. Elden Star's goated spell. Don't forget it. Oh, fuck off. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna... Oh my god. 2 of them at once is ridiculous. This is too much. FromSoft. Elden Stars is definitely one of the spells. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic, actually. You know what I still don't think is very good? This multi-layered ring of light. I just can't seem to find, like, a spot where I have a big enemy and I would rather use this than Elden Stars. Or where I have a smaller enemy, or like someone like this, who I'm trying to chip away at, and I would rather use multi-layered than Discus. It seems like it's not bad on its own, but like in the context of the other options that I have for like ranged holy damage incants, it's just worse than my other options. You know what I mean? I messed it up. I think I can insta-stagger them. With a jump, not with a run. Although I was about to say, with a run, I could probably do it in 2. Enjoys the game. I swear. Okay, actually, I was about to make it about the soul. I was gonna say, like, only a third of the Souls tubers actually like the game. But I feel like that's just gaming creators in general. Am I wrong? Actually, pause, rewind. I think that that's just like niched down gaming creators in general. Like if you make your whole channel revolve around like one specific game or like franchise or anything like that, I feel like the majority of all of those channels just never actually enjoy the game. There are rocks being thrown at me. Ow! Fuck! Mother. I'm trying. I'm dead. I'm fine. I live. These two are the hardest part of the entire dungeon. Oh, I rolled over that? That's not okay, Miyazaki. I rolled through your railing somehow. I think that I just went through like one of the little cracked spots at the right angle and managed to somehow like prop myself up on top of it. Man, I really don't like this shit. This is some real Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin bullshit right here. These two guys. Incoming chat message. Just run past them. Just run past them. No. I fight everything because I'm like a man. I'm not a man, but I'm like what? Oh, God. Motherfuck. Oh, 5. That was a 5 string. Incoming. Oh my god. He doesn't stop. Jesus Christ. More! Miyazaki. What the fuck? There's more. Jesus Christmas. Maybe? No. No, still don't like it. I don't think I killed a single one of these guys in my DLC run. I am such a Souls boomer. Especially with dungeons like this. I really like to fight everything. Guard counter. I can't consistently guard counter because some of their attacks hit me in the face when you've got the shield up. The guard counter thing works great until it doesn't, and then I'm insta dead. It probably works with great shields, but not with Swede shield. Like that would hit me in the face. Whoosh. Whoosh. How was that not the crystal, huh? How was that not the crystal? Damn it. There we go. Still too heavy. Yeah, we need like one more point in endurance and then we'll be able to carry it. But we're still fat rolling if I equip it. It's gonna be glorious once we have it. Because then also, I don't have to worry about scaling endurance anymore. Which will be so nice to go back to damage scaling with all my level ups. Another Saturday night? I thought it was a Sunday afternoon. But hello, Corn. The sparkling orange Celsius is nice. I like that one. What was the flavor I was having yesterday? Oh, mixed berry. I was like, what flavor was it yesterday of Celsius that I was drinking? And I'm like, this is too strong. Like, I even have a ridiculous sweet tooth. I could just eat sugar by the fistfuls and enjoy it. And I thought it was way too strong and like syrupy. At least I got off to a good start. No. I'm trying, okay? For all the multi-layered Ring of Light enjoyers out there. I'm trying. I'm making an effort on this one. Man defeated by berry flavoring. I drank the whole thing. I just didn't think it tasted very good. It was really syrupy. Like, it's super strong. Oops. Jumped a little too much back. Where's my stagger, bitch? There we go. Jesus Christmas, these guys. That wasn't as satisfying as the first time through. I liked when I did the heavy swing and took out like all 5 of these blobs the first time. That was nice. We need to bless up. There's 3 of them later on. I didn't need to know that. I didn't need to hear that right now, frankly. Tramp stamp is their weakness. I think it's the weakness of anyone who gets one, right? I've certainly never known a single person who has a tramp stamp and is proud of it. Surely they exist, but I've just never encountered one. Uh-oh. Right after I burned my entire stamina bar. Good timing. Bitch. That was a nice jump around. Man, even there. Just do more damage. Hello? There we go. Ow. I was getting those little tiny hops. It does insta-stagger them. I thought it did earlier. I just wasn't 100% sure. It does. That's pretty incredible. That one jumping heavy from this, if I hit the crystal, will just instantly put them down. Proud of my tramp stamp. Ow. You know, I think of all the mods, it would be most believable. I'm bad at the game. It would be most believable for Mikkel to have one, probably. God damn it. We go again. Defeated by Bull. It was just unfortunate. I tried to, I tried to run a little bit before I dodged. And so the dodge input was too quick and just kind of got lumped in with more running. And I did not roll. Happens to the best of us. Now, what's that supposed to mean? I'm just saying, like, personality-wise, out of the entire mod team, I would be the least shocked if you were to suddenly be like, oh yeah, I've got one. So yeah, I would be the least surprised if Mikkel was just like, yeah, I got a little butterfly on like the small of my back. What about it? What about it? It would be the least shocking out of the entire mod team. Not to say I wouldn't be a little surprised. I would be surprised if any of the mods were just like, oh yeah, I have a tramp stamp. Mm-hmm. But I would be the least surprised if it was Mikkel. Oh, and mind, I can still, I could definitely go for a bigger FP bar at this point. Especially so I can use the greatest spell in the game, Elden Stars, more often. Sub to the OnlyFans. Yeah, if you want to see Mikkel's tramp stamp, there you go. Ow. Oh my. Oops. That's not the flask I wanted. Very common in the Blackpool region of the UK. What? There's just like one particular part of the UK where it's like, oh yeah, a lot of people here have tramp stamps. It's just the style of tattoo here. Ow. Oh, the burst still, okay. That's actually news to me. I didn't know that there was a wave on the slam. All right, let's try. What level am I? I think like 167 some. I would guess 162, probably. Ow. Yeah, it only goes so far with the double encounter as well. When I can't actually get off my guard counter, or not my guard counter, my crit. My backstab, if you would. Uh-oh. Oh my god. I meant to do this. I wanted to be down here. Oh! What? Where did he come from? Did he? There was that tiny spot, like this little tiny spot where he could have maybe dropped down from above and still landed on the ledge. But just the way that, like, when I died, the position he was in, for a second, I was like, did you clip through the bridge or something? What happened here? What level am I? 168. Scadu 9. At level 100? Yeah, they were recommending 150. I came in at like what, 132 or something like that. At the start. Honestly, I didn't think it felt that bad. For a split second, it looked like you would survive. I mean, yeah, until the golem miraculously appeared behind me. I thought I was gonna live through that. I started trying Moog at 80. Hell no, never. I am not one of these people who's like, oh yeah, Moog early game is so easy. I go to Moog so early. I'm not. Me and Moog do not get along very well. This is a known thing. We don't see eye to eye. We get into a lot of political arguments. I try to avoid Moog until it's like actually Moog time. So even then, I was a little earlier to the Moog than I wanted to be. I was long-term planning to do Moog around 150-ish. But DLC was coming up in like a couple days at one point, and I was just like, okay, he has to die now. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be ready. And even then, on DLC launch, I spent like an hour trying to beat him so that I could enter. Because yeah, we don't get along. Yeah, go down with your slime friends, bastard man. That must be the spot that he dropped down then. Like exactly where I just knocked him off. Or so late in the DLC that you simply wouldn't get to use them in anything other than NG+. Yeah, unless you rush Moog. Spent like 3 to 4. No, on launch day. Because before DLC came out, I had already been trying Moog a little bit. In total, it was like, I think 2.5 hours, I want to say, that I spent on Moog this playthrough. But just on the DLC's launch day, I spent like an hour on him at the start of that stream. Before I could even enter the DLC. I spent a lot of time fighting Moog. Yeah, FP bar would be real nice. Honestly, like, with this much Scadu blessing, scaling like strength and faith isn't as much of a priority as it would otherwise be for like this level. So I probably will scale mind once I get this last endurance point that we need for the shield, I'll probably go ahead and get my FP bar up real quick. Because I think it'll totally be worth it. And you said you didn't need Moog tier? I mean, to be fair, I did do some things with Moog this time that I've never done before. If I fought Moog at a normal level, I wouldn't have needed it. But because we were doing it at like 130, I caved and we grabbed the tier and we used Mimic just so that we could be done with him and get into the DLC. And you will probably never see me do that on a Souls boss again. The double cave that day was crazy. I was just so like, okay, I'm over this. DLC time. I'm not the gatekeepy Souls fan who's like, oh, if you use summons, you're not even playing the game. But I don't like to use summons. Just personally, I don't have fun doing it, so I don't do it. Ow. Bitch. I'm actually not using summons for the first time. I just think the bosses and stuff are so much more fun that way. Like, if someone else does it, I don't really give a shit. Because, like, you know, you paid for the game. Play it how you want. It's there if you want to use it. But I just don't like using it. I get a moment of smug superiority from not even having the spirit calling bell on me. I mean, when we were doing Moog, it was hilarious that when chat finally convinced me to, like, use Mimic just to get through it, I was like, okay, how do I do that? And chat had to, like, literally teach me how the summon system works so that I could summon the Mimic tier. Because I had done it, like, once or twice on my first playthrough where I, like, summoned the jellyfish or something and then just never touched it again. Until DLC launch day when I just needed to be past Moog. Summons, shields, great swords, spears, incants. There's always just, there's a lot of like nonsense in the Souls community that's like, oh, if you don't play the game the way I play it, you're not playing it right. And it kind of gets old, to be honest. Because it's like magic builds in like Demon Souls, right? So many people are like, oh my god, magic in Demon Souls is so broken. If you use it, you're just cheating your way through the game. And I'm just like, yeah. Soul arrow, go burr. You know? Because it's fun. Because it's just fun to do it, damn it. Uh-oh. Also, hello, Jess. A snake. It's not broken, it's lore accurate. You're not wrong. In Demon Souls lore, the soul magic is supposed to be quite powerful.
Nanomachine, son.
Ow. There we go. I knew we were close. I was hoping. I took an extra risky swing there. Thankfully it paid off. Okay. Get good. When Silksong releases. Yes, I'll add get good once Silksong. You know what? Once Silksong gets a release date, I'll add it. I won't be so cruel, but I like the idea of adding it once I have a reason to. Damn it. How am I supposed to get down to that now? I might have to bring it back up, to be honest. Oh no, it flipped. I can survive that, right? Yeah, Elden Ring fall damage. I thought it just lowered, but no, it like tilted the other way. That's kind of neat. Is there anything more down here? There's a note in the lava. No, there's nothing down here. Okay. Hollow Knight's so good. It is. And Silksong, unfortunately, isn't real. Not a real video game, I'm convinced. Okay, that's where the golems were, so I want to be on this side. Praise the I did it. Are we done? Oh my god, this dungeon was actually painful. Oh my god. Oh. Why? You made it painful? No. That's Miyazaki. I didn't do shit. In fairness, the Elden Ring DLC wasn't real for the longest time. That's true. I also joked that Elden Ring DLC wasn't real. Mostly because they dropped like the little post where they like showed the artwork of the first area. And they were like, oh yeah, we're making Shadow of the Erdtree. And then absolute silence for like a year. So that's where I started joking. I'm like, they just said that to please us. They're not actually making DLC. Oh god, training agility. Every time I think about getting back to RuneScape, I remember how much time I'm gonna lose if I do. And eventually the urge will be strong enough that I do it anyway. But we're not there yet. Let me check out this side now, real quick. Getting a little Shadow of the Erdtree tattooed on my lower back, but settled on a poster. Ah, yes. Ooh, Iron Man on RuneScape. No. Maybe someday, but no. I'm all about the Grand Exchange. I love the exchange. It's like half of what makes RuneScape for me. But it's just because that's like, I am the RuneScape player that wants to like make a lot of money, find creative ways to make money, that sort of thing, right? But like for a lot of people on RuneScape, they love Iron Man because they like doing all the bosses and the dungeons and etc. You know, Slayer. Wasn't even a thing in the OG RuneScape. It was back when I played pre-old school. It got added like, I think in the 2007 build, right? Like the build that they based old school off of, I'm pretty sure that was the Grand Exchange update. If I'm not mistaken. Blood Fiend's Sacred Spear. Big ass blood spear. Someday, my friend, someday. Gotta give it time. Otherwise, I'll get yelled at for playing another bleed build. Although at this point, I think I'm gonna get yelled at regardless. It doesn't matter how much time I put in between now and my next bleed build. I think it's gonna happen anyway. Just because I'm so known to be a blood loss enjoyer. Ooh, golden eyes. That's a pleasant surprise. That's a whole ass cave in there. I'm glad I came to check out all of the infighting. Holy shit, what is happening up here? Let me join! Give me that. Give me that. Whatever that is. And there's a big ass cave. Oh, is it not actually going to be a dungeon? It's just like an item? Man. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I thought that was going to be a sweet cave. Okay. So I guess we just make our way back down. I went all the way down to like Temple Town, but then I never went up the river from there, which clearly there's all this. It looks like, I mean, there's got to be something like along this ledge, I would think. At the very least, there's got to be like a cave or a dungeon or something. Just north of where I am. Man, I got a little whistle when I said north there. I don't know if my mic picked that up. Oh, 20 meters? No, there's no camp here. There's no camp here. Give me that flower that I'm never gonna use. Or fruit, I guess. Sure, that's a fruit. Oh wait, might this be the camp? Was it south? Was it south and not north? Hold on now. Oh, I thought I had my shield in my hand. No, I don't really think this is it. It doesn't look like there's much of anything here other than just a tent and some guys. Notes. Wait, talisman ahead? Oh, there's a chest. Hold on. Talisman ahead. Okay, now what does that do? Hold on a goddamn second. Oh my god. Boosts all non-physical damage negation while guarding. This is a wiki moment because I need the number to know if this is going to be worth my time. What's the number here? 20% on all non-physical damage. I'm interested. I am certainly interested. Using a great hammer with one hand looks goofy. You just wait until I've got a great shield in the other hand. That's why people, when I was talking about getting the great shield to match it, people were like, why? That's so overkill. But I'm like, yeah, but just picture it now. Swinging the great hammer around with one arm while I have a fucking tower shield in my other hand. Oh my god. Oops. You didn't see that, chat. the Dex user mind cannot comprehend. I may be a bit of a Dex user. Oh, I am floating. I am floating. Only true Elden Lords can float like that. That's how you know. I am him. The main character. Oh, okay. There we go. I like the orange one. Ooh. Come here. Come here. Get bonked. Oh, I whiffed. There we go. I got it. Do you prefer dex over strength? Weapons are so much cooler. Well, I mean, like, okay. Depends. Because some of the strength weapons are pretty badass. Like, even just, you know, greatsword. It's just cool. It's just a big, cool sword. All a man could ever need. But at the same time, you go over to dex, right? And you have katana that shoots blood. You have katana that shoots magic beam. What other cool dex weapons are in Elden Ring? Give me a minute. You have curved swords. Surely you have a lot more that's also really cool. Yeah, I already explored all this. Okay, so I can just go up the river then? Oh, I need to go this way. Okay. That's why we have a map. Or I'll just either... Oh, my mouse is technically in the game. Hold on. What is on me? What is making noise? You bitch. What's wrong with you? You have bloodhound claws. Dex. I'm back on the dex thing. You have the black knife. You have bloodhound's fang. I think that's a favorite of a certain chatter here. Oh yeah, Melania's katana with waterfowl and shit. Blasphemous blade is a dex weapon? Oh. You have blasphemous blade. You do. Oh yeah. Eleonora's pole blade. Faith weapon in it? I mean, yeah. But I guess it's also dex. Are we talking just like straight dex? Because I mean, at that point, like, you know, Moonveil is an intelligence weapon. Rivers of Blood is an arcane weapon. Etc., etc. Like, if we start excluding things off of having, what's it? Like a shit ton of elemental damage, then like, this hammer I'm using isn't a strength weapon. It is. It clearly is. But it also is a faith weapon. But it does primarily scale off of faith and deal holy damage. Oh, there we go. Ow. Holy shit, ow. Took me a second to process. Don't do that again. Chat, I know like everyone wants me to do Dark Souls 3 once I eventually get through Elden Ring DLC. But could we maybe go and do that Demon Souls mage build that we never quite got to properly do because RPCS 3 broke itself with an update like in the middle of the run? The urge to actually like scale that out. And honestly, I kind of want to do Demon Souls NG Plus, which is weird because like I never want to do NG Plus, but Demon Souls NG Plus is something else. It doesn't suffer from the other Souls games problem with NG Plus where it doesn't scale enough on the first loop to like actually be threatening. No, Demon Souls will fuck your shit up with like a fully leveled build, best gear in the game. That first NG Plus loop is gonna run your shit. They weren't messing around back then. Like jumping into Elden Ring, new game plus. Yeah, it's Demon Souls first, what's it? First NG Plus loop is genuinely like comparable to Elden Ring's Journey 4 or 5. And I'm not even exaggerating. It's crazy how fast Demon Souls just kicks in with the scaling on NG Plus. Ow. Bonk. If only the cowards would put the remake on PC. Then the game would look even prettier. Oh, I have enough for the endurance level, chat. We have to. We have to. I randomly checked. I'm like, isn't it around 200k for a level right now? We can't not come back and grab this because this is going to be the level that finally puts our max equip load high enough. Or not. My math was off. Maybe I need one more. Okay, I think I need one more. God damn it. I got so excited too. I started hyping it up. Shit. We need another level. Anyway, Great Jar's Arsenal, my beloved. It's not carrying enough. 20% buff goes a long way. But man, we are really trying to pack some heat. Because we do have some extra wiggle room for like a fully scaled build now with DLC being a thing. Like, you know, on a normal playthrough, you're just gonna get a higher level if you do the DLC than you used to. He actually knocked me out, and I have a lot of poise. The math not mathing is truly a Chole thing. Yeah, wait, so hold on. Is it 19? I thought it was 20. It should be 20, right? Hold on, what's my... It might... Wait, you might be right. It could be 19. 19. Miyazaki, explain. And why are these guys so dangerous? What the fuck? I'm gonna need my blessing up. My equip load is a flat 120. Yeah, that's less than 20% scaling. The 19%, they don't exist anymore. I don't know what the percentage is right now. To be honest, I would not be able to tell you. It's fine. Ow. Whoa. Okay. These guys really don't mess around. Probably like 2. It's definitely not that low. Hold on. It's definitely not that low. It is 7.6%. Okay? 7.6. Not 2. Close enough in my opinion. Hey, 7.6% is a lot. You're looking at it the wrong way, Jess. You know, back in the day, the 19%, when you say a higher percent, it just sounds bigger, right? But the 7.8% is so much larger now than the 19% were then. Because back then, we were at, like, what? 1K? If even? I don't know if we were or weren't at that point, to be honest. So 19% of 1K, that's only like 190-ish. In that ballpark. But now, 7.8% of 16K means that there's... Hold on a second. I don't know. Someone who has a calculator. Someone save me. What's like 8% of 16K? No help? Fine. I have my phone here. We're not divided by. Great. Oops. 0.08. 1,200 of you. Are we still talking about... No. The 19% is an old meme from one day when someone was like, what's the female demographic on the channel? And I went and looked and I was shocked that 19% of the channel viewers were female. So 19% became a meme because that's also just really high for a gaming channel, generally speaking. So it was the 19% were all the female viewers of the channel. Ow. Shocked in a bad way, or just generally shocked? I wouldn't have thought it was anywhere near that, because that's way higher than it usually would be on a gaming channel. I don't even know what falses are. Falses demographics are. Hold on. I'm gonna ask. See how long that takes to get a response. It's a Sunday, so it's either gonna be a response in like 1 minute or in like 3 hours, and it's just who knows, but we'll see. Saucy DMs? No. And if I did, I would not respond. Obviously. I know better. It sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I'm not. I know better. I've seen every story about this before. Well, I mean, sometimes it works. Seems like it very rarely works. But sometimes, because I've talked about this with False before, right? The classic YouTuber question, would you date a fan? And I'm like, hell no. False is always like, why not? I'm like, have you like ever seen how that goes? It never goes well. And she's like, well, PewDiePie and Marzia, that's how they met. And I'm like, okay. Edge case scenario, sure. There was another one that she brought up. There was another like YouTube couple who that's how they met. I'm like, okay. For every one of those that you can bring to me where like it worked and became like this beautiful lifelong relationship, whatever, I could show you like 20 instances of that shit going out of control and downhill so fast and the YouTuber getting canceled for it because they did some heinous shit. For every PewDiePie, there's 10 Dr. Disrespects. Exactly. At least 10. Minimum 10. Oh my god, I saw a meme earlier this week, by the way, of, have I talked about the Ava Chris Tyson shit on stream at all? I don't think I really have. I might have. I don't remember. Anyway, I saw a meme earlier this week of her, like, but they memeified her into Dr. Disrespect, you know, the vest, the wig, the sunglasses, everything. And it just said Dr. Chris Respect. And I sent it to False because it was a devious meme. Very good. Very good meme. Fucking shit. A freak. Yeah, there's some. That rabbit hole goes so deep, man. It really, it's one of those situations where like at first it's like, okay, clearly there's some weird stuff going on, but it doesn't seem that bad. But then just as like the next week progresses, it continuously gets worse and worse. And we're at that point right now of like, holy shit, this is bad. It always eventually gets to this point, and here we are. Because I did the same thing with the Dr. Disrespect thing. I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad. Like maybe it is just allegations from like someone on Twitter trying to get some clout out of it. But then as like the week went on, and like his company dropped him, and like he then eventually did his statement where he was like, yeah, so what? I talked to a minor on Twitch and it got a little inappropriate sometimes. I didn't mean anything by it. There was no intention behind any of it. Doc, what? It was just genuinely like a, wait, what? It's been a similar path with the Ava Chris Tyson stuff where like the first day or so that it was all coming out, it's like, well, this all like, it seems like there was some weird stuff going on, but nothing that was like, this person doesn't deserve their position. But then just more and more comes out and it's like, oh no. Oh, this is bad. Just more and more. And to be fair, I was not going to be someone who was like defensive about it or anything. Because I've never, what's it called? I've never been a fan of Mr. Beast. personally. It just never really, like, I recognize the achievement and everything, right? But like, it's just not the sort of stuff I enjoy watching. It's just all so, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost just the way it's presented that kind of turns me off of it, right? It's not even like the content itself, like the subject matter isn't even bad. Because it's not. Like the ideas are good, but I think the way they're presented just like turns me away from it. Every time I do click on a video, I'm like, man, this is kind of obnoxious to watch. Oh, and the thumbnails. I hate his thumbnails. I've ranted about it before. I've gone on a Mr. Beast thumbnail rant in the past. I fucking hate his thumbnails. They drive me nuts. You're not 12? That's probably part of it. But even then, like, he's the largest creator, not even just in terms of subs, but in terms of views per upload. Although who knows how that's all gonna go now, because a lot of like former Mr. Beast employees currently, in light of all the Ava Chris Tyson shit, are like, a lot of employees, if you haven't seen it, have been coming out and being like, you guys, Jimmy knew. Like Jimmy knew all of this was happening. Jimmy has been covering this shit up for years. Oh, ow. So we'll see how that all plays out. He put up a statement saying that like he didn't know, and that when he found out, he fired Ava, and he hired like an independent investigator to actually look into everything. But a lot of his former employees right now are like, no, he totally knew about all of this. Like he was complicit in all of this. He was covering it up for so long. Because a lot of the former employees are like, I knew about this. And if I knew about it, he knew about it. That means so did the people saying he knew. Yeah, and that's been a lot of it too. Is a lot of the former employees are like, yeah, I knew about this, but like legally, I didn't want to get like a defamation suit. And obviously when I'm there, if I speak up about it, I get fired because he knows. Apparently, it's just been known and has been getting covered up all this time, which is horrific. At Mr. Beast's size, he can probably shrug this off. I don't know. Because here's the thing. A lot of people don't know this. Mr. Beast is signed with a talent agency, as is everyone who works at the company. They're all under an agency. And do you know who runs the agency that he's signed with? Disney. The Mr. Beast channel is owned by Disney. Their largest investor is Disney. Employees talking to minors? Yes, and more. That's how it started, but the rabbit hole has just kind of continued to go deeper. Feels like people being mad that they got fired. Some of them left, some of them were fired. It depends on who we're talking about with it. It's kind of a 50-50. But for the last like 2 years, Mr. Beast's channel has been predominantly invested in by Disney. You just enlightened me. It makes a lot of sense because a lot of people for like all the time are like, how does he get all the money to make these videos? Like where does all this money come from? It can't be ad revenue. And it's like, no, it's not ad revenue. It's Disney. Name kind of gives it away. No. That's been one of the crazy things that I've seen on Twitter this last week. There's a bunch of people. It started with, of course, Andrew Tate. As all the best brain rot shit on Twitter does, right? because Andrew Tate put up a video talking about the whole situation. And in it, he's like, and think about this. Why is his channel called Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast as in the devil? The beast? No. That is just not what the word beast has meant for like hundreds of years. That has not been the predominant use of the word beast. Like, what? Why is he getting so much attention? Because he's intentionally inflammatory so that his shit blows up. And it works. Every time. We're literally giving him attention right now. Yeah, because he said some stupid shit. And it gets everyone talking about him again. It's just, he cycles it like this. He knows what he's doing. I've mentioned this before. It's all like his whole persona and like the way that he exists on the internet is so intentional and actually pretty smart, to give him credit. Because yeah, he like very carefully picks what to jump in on and be controversial about, so that he can blow up his own image off of it. It's prime grifting. It is like, he's the supreme grifter on the modern internet. But it works every time. Because here I am talking about him. I forgot him weighing in on the meme, fellas. Is it gay to enjoy sex with women? I forgot he did that. No, dude. Is that like Rune Bear Prime? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. No, please. My Elden Stars didn't go off. It's so over. He has horns, like omen horns. The fuck? Ooh. Okay, I ate that one. This is just a souped up rune bear. Okay. There was a stake up. Okay, that's fine. There was a stake up there. I ran by it. My controller cable just disconnected me real quick. I did, right? I'm not crazy. I ran by a stake right before I fought him. It was legit right there, I swear. But to clarify, as of right now, the whole thing about Mr. Beast knowing is still in like allegation territory. A lot of the stuff with Ava has kind of like been backed up by receipts. So the majority of that is no longer in allegation territory, and it's like, oh shit, this actually happened. Yikes. But Mr. Beast himself knowing is still just allegation territory. We have nothing to actually back that claim yet outside of just hearsay. Told you guys Elden Stars was great. All the Elden Stars doubters out there. I'll show them. That's probably bad, right? The cast time is probably one of the worst parts of Elden Stars. No, please. Okay, the flask saved my life. Ah, fuck. I'm getting nuked. Not like something you get arrested over. It's wild. I don't understand. False actually sent me a meme that someone made, and it's a calendar of what's it called? It's a calendar of this year. It's a 2024 calendar, but every month is like the internet personality of the month who got outed as being a PDF file. And every single month outside of January so far has one, as of July. We've had 6 this year, and it's genuinely been like 1 a month since January. How fucking crazy is that? That it has legitimately, like, there's been 1 a month this entire year. We heard how much you hated rune bears, so we made more of them. Look, it wouldn't be bad if he didn't have that crazy wind shit on the claw attack. That was messing me up pretty bad. Oh, I cast Blessing again. Like a dumbass. Imagine how many we don't know about. That's always the thing. Is like, with the amount that we do know about, how many are there that we don't? Ow, fuck. Fuck! I wanted my rune pile, man. All right, well now I can just fight him without worrying about it, I guess. I forget that stealth is a thing in this game. Like, I could have just crouched over to it. I always forget that's an option. I don't want to know, honestly. It's wild. I wonder actually... Hold on. Oh, by the way, False responded. She said 5% on her channel, probably 5 point something. Which is kind of surprising that I would have a higher female demographic than False. Ah, here's the calendar. Oh, it's not even just internet personalities. My bad. Okay. So February, it was Too Mad. March, I don't know who that is. I never heard that drama. April, it's P. Diddy. May, it's Drake. June, it's Dr. Disrespect. July, it's Ava Chris Tyson. And then the rest of the year from this point on just has question marks on every month. To just kind of be like, who's next? Who's gonna fill out the rest of the calendar? I mean, it's probably not a rise in the number of women, like, doing it. It's probably just a rise in us actually figuring out about it, you know? I mean, in general, there's just a rise in the amount that get exposed, right? Like, in recent years compared to previously. But that's just the internet evolving, making that info more immediately available. Like when shady shit is going on, we inevitably find out about it now. It's just kind of impossible to hide stuff like that at this point. I mean, not impossible to hide it, but you can only hide it for so long, is the better way of putting it. Jesus Christ, I barely dodged that one. What are these attack strings? These are wild. Please. Okay. Oh, I thought I could hit him. Oh, yes. Get it, bitch. Recognizing what it is. Yeah. And to the point where, sorry, the craziest part about the whole Ava Chris Tyson thing is that the first, like, alleged victim actually came out on Twitter and was like, you guys, Did we have a relationship that was a little inappropriate when I was a minor? Yes. But I was absolutely not groomed. I was not a victim in this. I was consenting in all of it. And it's like, ding dong, if you got groomed, like, successfully, like they actually pulled it off, yeah, you're not gonna think you did. That's the whole point of it. Like, hello. It's hard to be in that spot, I'm sure. Like, I was consenting a child. Yeah, they're 20 years old now, but like at the time they were 16. And it's just, ugh. No, not Ava is the groomer, not the groomee. But the first victim that like all of this was coming out about just went on Twitter and was like, you guys, no, she didn't groom me. Like, this was all perfectly fine. Nothing weird happened here. And at the very least, because like some people did try to be like, oh, well, supposed victim said everything was okay. But the majority of people are like, no, you can't. That's not how this works. So at least we're at a point where like most people understand that that's not how that works. Because some people still were like, nope, clearly what she did, there's no wrongdoing here. Guy said it was fine. Also, we finally now have the shield. It was one more level, at least. I was worried it was going to be another one. I was like, is it going to be 2 more? Who gave them wings? Who decided the giant scorpions needed wings? And a poison projectile. This is dodgy as heck. It's pretty, yeah. Because then, like, Ava put out a statement after a couple days and said, like, hey, I'm going to be stepping down from everything. I'm sorry if you guys feel like my behavior was inappropriate. But the guy said that I didn't do anything. It was a non-apology apology. Where she tried to be like, yeah, look, guy said I didn't do anything weird. And yeah, thankfully everyone has the understanding of this now to be like, it doesn't matter what he said. Because I'm sorry I got caught, yes. It is the classic sorry I got caught. Speaking of, has Doc been in public at all since his still baffling I didn't do anything wrong? He hasn't tweeted once. I was not. He hasn't uploaded or streamed once. No, he's still disappeared. God damn it, Doc. Doc didn't even do an apology. He did that big statement where he's like, you guys, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't mean it. And everyone was like, did you just admit to doing it? And he just has been radio silent ever since. Just not a peep from him anywhere. Society was different? Hell no. Yeah, I've had conversations with people in the past. I have a friend who dated a guy who was like, I'm trying to remember the ages. I want to say that she was like 15 and he was like 22. And she was like, no, it was fine. Like, it wasn't weird. It was a different time. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. That was weird. What are you And now, like, after talking to more people about it, she's kind of realized, like, oh, that was weird. Because when it happens to you, like, it's hard to kind of have that self-awareness about it, I'm sure. I can imagine being in that spot where to you it seemed totally normal. And, you know, it's like, yeah, I wanted to be a part of this just as much, but it's like, that's not what the worry is. It's not whether or not you wanted this relationship. It's weird that there was an adult who wanted this relationship. Yeah. I've had that exact conversation with like, it was a different time, and I was just like, what? No, it wasn't. I was like, I was also alive at that time. No, it was not a different time. That was just weird. Ooh. Oh my God, they just don't stop. They just keep going. His wife was his high school teacher when he was 15. The French president? Also, wait, catacomb? Catacomb incoming? Dungeon spotted? Makes it sound like it was the 1700s. Yeah, no, because we're talking about something that was like 10 years ago. And I'm like, no, I was here 10 years ago. It was not a different time. No. Avert your gaze from me. I beg, look away. Arg. The Canadian No. That's not Trudeau, is it? Is Trudeau? Is Trudeau married to like his former teacher? Oh, apparently they just got separated like last year. Macron of France. Emmanuel Macron. Wife. How old is he? 25-year age gap. He is 46 and she is 71. Oh my. That is... Oh, that's so... Being married to your high school teacher, that's so weird. The more that I think about that, like genuinely, the more that I sit with it, the more uncomfortable I get. I'm just like the more I think about it, I'm like, what? No. What? That's a can of worms. It really, like, genuinely, the longer I sit with it, the more that I'm like, that's really weird. Because, 25-year gap. Yeesh. Okay, so if she taught him when he was like 15, basilisk eyes, what the fuck? Then she would have been like 40. And even then, like, best case scenario, you know, nothing happened until after he was 18. She was still like 43, 44. And he was 18. Ugh. Ugh. That's weird. I can't run at it. I'm gonna die if I do. I gotta wait a little bit. Hello, false. I have a higher female demographic than you, for the record. It's a good thing I have a filter. Dating someone that old? I mean, okay, look. I am known because, or not because. I am known because I banged your mother. I am known for banging your mother. Like collectively all of you, right? It's just a known thing. My relationship with all of your mothers. But that relationship doesn't extend to marriage. It's just, you know, I'm a side hoe, right? For all 16,000 of your mothers. It's known, right? But looking at it from the perspective of like, I'm 22, right? And my dad will like make jokes, not even jokes. I wish they were jokes. But my dad will like say random things about like, oh, you should be, your sister is gonna be having some friends over. You should, nudge, nudge. And I'm like, Dad, they're like freshmen in college. And he's like, so who cares? I'm like, I don't like the idea of that. Like at all, like that makes me uncomfortable to think about. Like even from that perspective, like the idea of me dating an 18-year-old at 22 is uncomfortable. Like it feels weird. Just because of like the maturity gap, right? Between 18 and 22 years old. It's pretty significant. Like I've already gone through college entirely and been out of it for a couple years because I did it, I fast tracked it, right? I graduated early, whatever. So the idea of like being in a relationship with someone who is just starting out college, eesh, I don't like that. Now imagine I'm like 40 years old. That's so weird to me. Like when I think about it that way, it's like, why? Stop. I'm gonna die here. No, I'm not. Boosh. Ow, 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 ow. What the fuck is a freshman? Freshman, sophomore, etc. That can't just be American terms. Freshman means like it's your first year of high school or college. You use it for both. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. We don't have that in the UK? You don't? Use school grades instead of ages? Well, when they're still in school, yeah. Because even, I mean, that just only drives home the point more, right? Like, they're in school, I'm not. They're just American terms. We know them from movies. I know that Canada uses them, at the very least. My buddies from Canada, I know, also use them. It could be a regional thing in Canada, though, as well, because Canada's kind of all over the place with that. Where, like, Ontario is basically just the US. Like, culturally and everything, they're just kind of pretty much the US. But then you go over to, like, what's it? My brain right now. Oh my God. Nova Scotia is largely the same, where it's like basically just the US. But then My brain cannot distinguish Montreal and Quebec, which one is the province and which one is the city, and that's a problem right now. Because I'm trying to name the province, but I might accidentally say the city. Because my brain, I'm having a moment right now. Oh God. Point being, depending where you live in Canada, very culturally different, like even more so than the States and the US. It only drives in the point if you know what the word means, though. Yeah, it's weird to me. Year 1 to 13, I think is like... What? Jess? Huh? Year 1 to 13, I think is like 5, 6 to 18, 19? Age-wise. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I'm getting eyeballed. I didn't see the eyes until it was almost about to kill me. Jesus Christ. Do I have boluses? It would be nice. I'm sorry, that's an incant? Big bear head incant? Do I have boluses for this? Death Blight. Okay, I do. I mean, we use the years as well. Like, we don't use them in college. In college, the years, like, reset. And you're just like, yeah, I'm first year, second year college. But like, if you're a sophomore in high school, you're in 10th grade. You're in year 10. You finish high school at year 13. We finish high school at 12. How old are you typically when you graduate high school in the UK? Oh, do you guys call kindergarten year 1? That might be it. Is kindergarten year 1? Because I was like, I thought we kind of, you know, all did it at the same age regardless. That build-up happens kind of fast. It's a little spooky. Kindergarten is reception. Then you go into year 1. You guys might actually have an extra year that we don't. When you graduate high school here, typically speaking, except for like edge cases where like you graduate early or like you got started late or whatever, held back. Typically speaking, you graduate high school at 18 years old here. Is that the same there? Or is it different? Oh, what in the unholy fuck? Where is this extra year coming from? I don't understand. Because I thought we all graduated high school at 18. You finish high school in year 11. But then you have to do an extra 2 years in either college or 6th form. How old are you in kindergarten? Because this just now got more confusing. Apparently you have a year less of high school before college/university. Well, that's another thing, actually, for like school systems in different countries. Here, college and university are interchangeable terms. They mean the same thing. I know that that's not how it is in a lot of places. Like when I say I went to college, which is just the more common term we use here, for a lot of people, I mean university where you are. After you turn 5, a lot of kids start at 4. So you guys have a year less of high school than we do. But then required 2 years of college? When kids are 16. Uh-oh. Kids could finish at 16. Uh-huh. We cannot finish at 16. Well, okay. You can drop out at 16. That's when you can legally drop out of high school. Which almost no one does. Someone in chat recently, though, was like, oh yeah, I dropped out of high school. Someone from the US was like, I dropped out of high school and I did my GED. Which is you can like go and do tests to like prove that even though you didn't do your last 2 years of high school, even though you didn't do grades 11 and 12, you're at like the level of understanding to have a high school diploma. So you get your GED, which is just basically the same thing. And he said that the GED test was way easier than anything he ever did in high school. He was like, I don't even understand how that's supposed to be the same thing because it's not. I finished high school at 16 too. What the fuck? And then you can choose to go into uni. This is all sorts of weird. Uh-oh. Big eyeballs. Comparatively. Sounds way more complicated than our system, really. But we can drink at 18 in the UK, so who wins? I don't know if you want me to answer that. With my opinions on alcohol. I don't know if you want me to answer that. It's not, if you bring it to me, it's not the checkmate it is for most people. You bring that to me and I'm like, okay, you played yourself. Did somebody say alcohol? Oh, Cheems. Wait, what the fuck? God damn it, Cheems.
Did somebody say alcohol?
I yelled over it. Every time with this guy. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks for the member, and then I see it. Takes me a minute. Ah, fuck! In my opinion, they lose. What's your opinion on driving accidents? Just drive better, forehead. I'm joking, obviously. I don't know, man. It really, with the driving thing, there's really no good age that you can throw on it. Higher than 16 would probably be better, in my mind. And I think that our testing system for it is not right. Frankly, so many people here that I know should not have their license. The way that they drive, I'm like, how are you allowed on the roads? This is insane. But like, I got my license at 16. I've never been in an accident. I've never like hit anything. Like, you know, I've never like hit a sign or a pole or anything like that either. I've just never been in an accident. I've always been a great driver. I have a flawless driving record, genuinely. No tickets, legally speaking. I did get one speeding ticket 2 years ago, but it's not on my record anymore because it was my only offense, and after 2 years with no other offense, it cleared. So, legally speaking, I have a perfect driving record, but I did get one speeding ticket once. And it was in Kentucky while I was driving to move from Florida back to Minnesota at like 12:30 a.m. There was no one on the road near me, so yeah, I was going a little over. And of course, there's just a sheriff sitting on the side of the freeway with his lights off, just hoping that someone will go by at like 1 a.m. a little faster while the road is empty, and yeah, he got me. Good job, Sheriff. I'm glad this is how you use your night shift. I was not giving him this attitude, by the way. I am very respectful. But behind closed doors, I was really like, what the fuck? What, really? Oh my, I'm dead. Maybe not. Actually call them sheriffs? Well, a sheriff and an officer are different things. It depends. I got pulled over by the sheriff of the county I was in. But like a police officer is a police officer, a sheriff is a sheriff. It's different. It is yeehaw. You don't get sheriffs in the city. Like you don't get sheriffs in the metro. You get them further out where there's a much smaller police presence. You have sheriffs, generally speaking. There's so much more to it, but that's just an easy way to think of it. It is yeehaw. Genuinely. Like if you're in downtown Minneapolis, you're not gonna have an encounter with the sheriff. There's not a sheriff of Minneapolis. Oh man, what do I scale? Oh, I was gonna scale mind, was what I was saying. Cause like I could scale my damage through like strength faith, but I'm getting like 1 point of damage. I would rather get a few more points of FP in my bar per level at this rate. I could bring mine to like 30 probably and then continue to damage scale, but my damage is fine. I want to one day just so I can say, is there a problem, officer? No, you want to say, what seems to be the officer problem? You know, the South Park bit. Every time, because I've been pulled over a good handful of times. I've just only ever gotten the one ticket. They're always like, yeah, okay, well just, you get a warning. Because normally I get pulled over because there's, like, I wasn't driving perfectly, but I wasn't really doing anything that wrong, and then they go and they run my shit, and it's like flawless record, right? I have no criminal record or anything. So I get off with just like a little slap on the wrist. Like they literally just are like, yeah, okay, you get a warning. Don't do it more, please. I saw a picture years ago on West Virginia Barstool of a patrol car in the bushes. No, dude, seriously, like some cops do that. And I'm just like, why? Like, sure, I get that you want to make sure that no one is speeding, but like, do you really have to go into like full covert mode and like hide in the bushes? Or what's really common is like, if it's a hill or something, they go to like the spot on the hill where you won't be able to see them when you come over the hump. so you won't have time to react before they can like clock your speed or something. You see that stuff all the time. And I'm just like, man, do we really need to like be giving out all these tickets? Like, come on. Come on. Do we need to hide for it? Really? I already got a cave there. I don't think that I can get up there from like that ledge. I looked. Can I get up here? No, I probably have to go up the bridge, right? Or do I? Because the bridge is kind of like wonky. Oh, you go from the keep over and then, yeah, okay. So I can't get there from here. No way. It might be time to do the keep then. Do you ever feel bad about playing a certain way? Not because of what other people say, but more like, I can handle more than this? Yes. That's why I was just talking about it earlier. Like, if people are using, like, summons or Great Shield or, like, I don't know, like, the really broken builds at whatever patch you're playing, I don't care what other people are doing, but, like, I don't like doing that stuff. Like, I don't like using summons, personally. I think it robs the fights of a lot of their enjoyment, so I just don't touch them. And then whenever someone when I'm streaming, rather, is like, use summons, you can kill this boss easy if you use summons. I'm like, I don't want to kill the boss easy. I want to fight for it. I want to earn it. Like, I want to improve at the fight and get there myself. And then people are like, oh, he's that guy. He doesn't like summons. And it's like, I just don't like using them. Makes me feel bad when I do. I used one on Moog to get into the DLC because I got sick of trying over and over again, and I've beaten Moog before. So I did use one. Chat had to teach me how to use it, but I did use one. And yeah, it didn't feel good when I beat him. It felt like I just, you know, pressed the button that made it so that this run will be the winning run. It didn't feel good to me. Like, that's why I don't use them. We did the same thing. Someone fucking super chatted to convince me to use a summon on the dancing lion after I spent like an hour and a half fighting it. And yeah, I summoned the NPC, the quest NPC for it, and boom, that run, I killed the boss. And it didn't really feel like I earned it that much. It kind of felt like the NPC gave me the win. And I didn't like it that much. When he kills the boss, I killed the boss. Mimic Tier is what we used on Moog. And I've always heard that Mimic Tier is like stupidly broken. But holy shit, Mimic Tier is so much more broken than I ever thought. It's like me, but with like 4 times my health. And I only had it at like +7. I couldn't even max out the upgrade at the time. I got it to like +7. And I was shocked when my Mimic Tier was just face tanking every attack from Moog and just hitting him back with Coated Sword at the time. So not even like a really good weapon, a pretty weak weapon actually. And won. And I was like, oh my God. That guy at +10 could probably just kill Moog for me. I don't even need to participate. Like, holy shit. That is one strong summon. Oh, this doesn't look good. This looks like this might be a Cole has a bad time area. Oh boy. But yeah, it seems like this is just the way to go to continue from where I'm at, so. Okay, Shadow Keep. I made it. Is that deep water? It looks like deep water. Definitely. You don't really have to learn as much playing certain ways, and the learning is a lot more fun for me. Exactly. There are just certain styles of play where you can offload so much of the challenge and not have to learn as much of the game. and I just have less fun playing with those styles. That's all it is. Crab. 10 to 15 tries is my sweet spot. I don't know where my sweet spot. It kind of depends on the boss. It's like, if it's a really good boss where I'm learning a little bit every time and it feels like I deserve the death every time, I could sit there for like 50 tries and still be having fun. But if it's a boss like Radon, I'll die like 10 times and then I'm already pissed off. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. It depends for me. I don't feel like I have like a universal sweet spot necessarily. It kind of depends on what I'm fighting. How well designed or not well designed that particular boss is. When it's rote memorization, which I've complained in Elden Ring a lot, even just in this DLC run, about, you know how Elden Ring does the thing more than like any of the previous Souls games where the bosses really have like extra long wind-ups on the attacks to bait you into dodging early so they can catch you with it? That shit drives me nuts. Not just that stuff existing, but the fact that like every Elden Ring boss has that for like 4 of their attacks drives me crazy. Because it's their way of countering like the skill progression of the player base over the last decade of Souls games. Like, I get why it's there. But yeah, it takes away the skill that I've built up over all the previous games and just makes it, I have to memorize this boss to win. It's my big issue with Elden Ring's boss design for sure, is that a lot of them have that stuff. What am I hearing? I hear something really big and not pleasant sounding, but I don't see it. I actually kind of like this area. I like the water platforming. Well, I'll like it until I die, and then I'm gonna be pissed. Once I fall in the water, I will no longer like it, but so far I like it. Fucking great glaive glowwort. Feel like I can do more here, right? Something incredible butthole. How do I get over there? Can't use torrent. That guy was standing here wondering what the fuck to do too. There's something in the water. We all saw that, right? Be wary of monstrosity. There it is. There's a giant fish down there. I don't fuck with fish. At all. I don't like that. Oh! Oh, I'm dumb. I see it now. I missed this. This is what I'm missing. Uh-oh. Might be best to discus. Balteus and Ibis are better bosses than any of the Souls games because I feel like I get better with every death. Than any? I don't know about any. There are some really good bosses in the Souls games. Even in Elden Ring, there are some really good ones. Even with the, like, reliance on memorization, there are some bosses in Elden Ring that, like, despite that, I really love them. I think, for me, Dark Souls 1 bosses are pretty great. They don't do the overly delaying thing. They just rely on, like, a universal skill set. There's no, like, memorization to them. Like, if you're really good at Souls and you go play Dark Souls 1 for the first time, you're probably going to be able to... It's one of the Erdtree... No, not Erdtree avatars. I know what that is. It's not a fish. If you're really good at the Souls games and you go play, like, Dark Souls 1 for the first time, you're probably going to be able to first try a lot of the bosses in that game that are tougher for newer players. Like, the Twin Gargoyles. I bet a lot of people who play Elden Ring could hop on Dark Souls 1 and first try the Gargoyles. Easily. But playing Dark Souls 1 for the first time, you're just not that good. Well, assuming you played it, like, way back. Those things are going to beat your ass. Like, I only played Demon Souls before I played Dark Souls 1. So the Gargoyles kicked my ass. Ornstein and Smoke kicked my ass. Trying to think. Oh, Capra Demon. Holy shit. Capra Demon is kind of a different thing. If you know, you know with Capra Demon. The dogs. What the fuck? The dogs. Over-reliance on stagger takes away from the game, IMO. The thing is with AC6 is it doesn't overly rely on stagger. The stagger system in AC6 is just prime, what's it? Dominant strategy is all. You can easily play the entire game without making use of the stagger system or like heavy stagger builds. Like, yeah, you can 100% do it. But because a lot of players early on will be given, or because you started out with the laser blade on your left arm and it introduces the stagger mechanic and the fact that you get increased damage during the stagger, players gravitate towards it so strongly, and everyone thinks that the game relies on stagger. It doesn't. It's just that stagger is poorly balanced and ends up being the best thing, so everyone gravitates to it, especially because it's taught so well at the beginning of the game. They could take it out, like, entirely, and the game is largely the same, assuming you're playing without a build that relies on it. Like, you're not playing a stagger punish build. It's just that that build is so good that everyone plays with it. It's just a balancing issue. Laser builds with high energy spec walks in. Dude, the laser builds are real. Or, what's it? Like good, just weapon synergy builds. I've talked about it a lot. Double pulse rifles, double shotguns, and you swap between them. Like, you blow the bubbles everywhere until those overheat, swap off to your shotguns, blast off both of them at once, swap back to the pulse rifles, and they're probably off of their cooldown, and you just constantly swap between them. And it's incredibly fun. And honestly, really good. It's just the game teaches you the stagger mechanics so well, and they're so strong that everyone just kind of gets comfy with them and plays like that for the whole game, and then is like, oh, I wish I didn't have to play like that. And it's like, you don't. You just kind of latched on to the strongest thing and ran with it. Which, to be fair, is not entirely the player's fault. Like, sure, there's a tiny bit of that that's on the individual player, but not really. Dominant strategy is a dev issue. When you put something in like that, that is just so much stronger than everything else, you're gonna find yourself having that issue. These bitches, I don't like them. Fuck, can't strafe it. Oh, my tracking. And also punishing stagger. You're not wrong. To be like, every weapon in Armored Core 6 is good at punishing stagger. What the fuck? But that's just because the damage multiplier is so high. Like, any weapon with good DPS is going to be a great stagger punish weapon, right? You need endgame optimization to make them as effective as stagger focused ACs. Yeah, it's just that the stagger is so strong. It's a balance thing. It's super off. And honestly, I think it's just generally an issue with things in the game being too easy to stagger. Oh man, I gotta download fucking assembly and some PS1 mod tools. Armored Core 6, I know I can mod. Probably. But, I'm so interested. This just generally, like, I was thinking, like, oh yeah, if I ever do, like, a hardcore mod for AC6, then, yeah, the stagger limits are going so high. Those are getting raised like crazy. But I'm really interested in doing Gen 1 hardcore mods. It's just, I've heard that modding Gen 1 is going to be a nightmare because of the spaghetti code, and it keeps me away. A lot of enemies have too much AP. You need stagger to dispatch them. I don't feel that way. Over the flinch spam of old gen and 4th gen. Man, when you do come across a build in like old gen that just like has the little hit stuns. Ooh, beautiful. Oh. That was a little scary. I think I want to go this way first. I want to get to a Grace now, so I can use the Erdtree. I require a recap. I'm just talking, we're yapping about Armored Core. If you just mean what I've done, I found a catacomb, got through it. I'm at the Shadow Keep. Exploring. Boosh. Old gen PvP was all over the place. PvP is still all over the place. In all FromSoft games. I stand by FromSoft PvP is just that little, it's a little side thing. It's a little side thing. It's fun. But it's not by any means like a main attraction of the game. For some people it is. Like, I know that some people get really into Souls PvP and Armored Core PvP, but like 90+% of players don't. Feels random because you can't see it, but nobody complains about that. I feel like Elden Ring is way more balanced with it. Because the thing with the difference, right? If you get a crit off of a stagger in Elden Ring, it does, like, I don't know, 10% health bar most of the time, unless, like, assuming you're at the appropriate level, probably less than 10% on a stagger crit, right? But Armored Core 6, you get a stagger and you go in with like pile bunker or chainsaw, we're talking like 80% health bar gone just off of one stagger. Granted, chainsaw and pile bunk are a little harder to play around, but even you just bring a laser blade, like the basic one from the start of the game, do the 2-hit combo, it's like 50%. It's just that stagger is so strong. And yeah, in Elden Ring, you can't even see the meter for it, right? You can't even see the numbers or anything. So it's largely feel-based and like guesswork. So you don't like play your whole game plan around it here. It just kind of happens when it happens, and it's nice. Although my build, I do kind of play around it. That's why I jump attack so much, but you get what I mean. Oh, this would have just been an elevator that I couldn't use until... Oh no, this is a shortcut! Very happy it exists. Oh, I still think it's the best Armored Core game easily. I stand by that, for sure. Ping and FPS. What's crazy to me in Armored Core 6 with the frames thing... Oh, this isn't a shortcut. It's a whole area. Okay. What is that? Need rollback? FromSoft needs a rollback, because Elden Ring would benefit so much from it too. Just Souls PvP in general, but you get what I mean. Skadu Blessing 10. I almost said Shadow. Sorry, almost almost mispronounced it. Why is it always Snake? Oh, fuck. Why do you have this? This bullshit. I shouldn't have rolled there. Thank God for poise. We're poison it. Snake. Is rollback that difficult to implement? Yeah. It's a pretty complex netcode. Which is why even like when you have rollback, some games are just better than others with it. Like the rollback in some games is better than others is what I meant to say. Like Tekken 8 that has like the best rollback I think I've ever played with in a game. It's pretty fantastic. I've played matches on Tekken 8 that I have like 200 ping and it still just feels like butter. Oh. And I haven't played it yet, but I've been hearing that the Dragon Ball FighterZ rollback is pretty messy. I've heard it's pretty shit. Because they finally added rollback, but I've just heard that it's not good. Man, what the fuck? There's an item in that thing's beard. Can't get the games to run well offline. Look, man, they could if they fucking optimized their shaders or just stopped using the Bloodborne revision of their engine. What is rollback? It's a form of netcode where instead of it being delay based, every input is stored on the server, and it's called rollback because I'm trying there. Man, this is a whole lot to let me hold on. Stopping myself, trying to make it more concise, trying to not use big words that no one will know. So it stores like every input and every frame of the game state on the server side. That's a good start. And then basically, hold on. The reason it's called rollback is because, okay, wait, no, I need to go further back. Okay, when you're playing delay based, right? You're gonna get situations where the game on the screen of the two players fighting each other is not the same. Like, what's happening on screen, what's happening in the game is slightly out of sync based on the ping. And the ping is a measurement of how out of sync it is, but in milliseconds. There's the incant. So you get things where, like, in a fighting game where things are so frame dependent, especially, someone's input might be like 4 frames ahead of the other person's, which might not sound like a lot, but when we're talking about attacks that take like 10 frames to come out, which is already a very fast attack that's near impossible to react to. I mean, you can if you're playing LAN, but not online because of delay. You know, it's the difference between having 10 milliseconds to react to something and having 6. And the attack, even if it doesn't visibly connect on your screen, might be a little different on the other person's screen, might connect. So you might see like a punch, or in Elden Ring's case, like a swing that doesn't visibly connect with your model will deal the damage anyway. And that's just the delay on the netcode. Because on their screen, the attack hit, so the game is like, oh, the attack hit. On rollback, it's storing everything server side and then displaying it to the player. So you get the term rollback in the sense of if things get out of sync, it quite literally is rolling back the game state on the player's end to make sure that the experience is more smooth. And it might sound like it's not smooth, but it's so much nicer. Like, once you play some games where that desync becomes a problem, and then you play some games that have rollback netcode, you know it. Like, you can just feel the difference. It's crazy. Bitch. I don't know where to go. I don't know if there's a way to continue through the area from here. Oh, no, I can drop down. Right, like that. Never mind. I found a way. This isn't me skipping anything, is it? That felt wrong. But it's also Elden Ring, so that might have been intended. I don't know. Where does this go? Less disparity between what you see and what's happening on the server? Yes. Very, very condensed. It's just, there's way less difference between what's happening on screen and what's actually happening in the game. And like Tekken 8 has some pretty fantastic rollback. Oh. Okay, so it was a skip. Because, yeah, you'd normally have to go through the main entrance of Shadowkeep to get to there. But I seem to have skipped the main portion of Shadowkeep by getting to that Grace. I was on, like, a side branch of the area, and I got into the main branch very easily from Soft. Like, if that bookshelf wasn't there, I might not be able to do that. Okay. Let me go back to the back section. That's why it's called back section. Yeah, it is just supposed to be like a tiny sliver of the area. How much do I need for a level? 209. I knew I was right about there. That FP bar's gotta grow. Let me go back to this like side part of Shadowkeep and make sure that I've gotten the cool stuff here, because I don't think I have. I drained the water. I definitely didn't get everything here. The irony of a question being asked about questions not being answered. A question asked about questions not being asked, not being answered. Was this in chat? Is there like a general meaning to liking a message? Wait, what? Is there a general meaning to liking a message that has a bunch of questions in it and just not answering the questions? Is this in like text? Like YouTube comments? What are we talking about here? Because I know like iMessage has, like, you can put the little thumbs up on a message. Is that what we're talking about? Customer messages? Not that I know of. Normally putting like the little thumbs up on it, in my mind, is just like, I have seen this. Like, I thumbs up a text message if it's not really something that I have anything to say about, but I'm just acknowledging that I've seen the message. I just thumbs up it. Sorry, I'm not losing 209,000 runes. Have you seen me play this game? I'll ride that elevator back down again if it means saving my 200k runes. Absolutely. Oh my god. I can max the thing that is not maxed. Just tell me what you want. I don't want your little heart. Oh, I don't have runes! I just spent them all to make sure I didn't lose them. Motherfucker, okay. I'm gonna go get, like, hold on, if that was 4,500, like 30k runes. And then the next time I rest, once I've got like at least 30, I go to round table and I can max my shield. And then all my gear is maxed. There we go. Yeah, the shield. Someone said that this thing can get to like 80 guard boosts plus at max. So yeah. It's the only gear left to upgrade for me. My hammer and like my seal and everything are good to go. Gear maxing. You know it. I poise through your fire cloud, bitch. That's right. Guts armor, motherfucker. Wait, what's this? hello, there's a little lift. Holy maxing. What the fuck was that? What was that sound you just made at me? Oh, god damn it. I'm eating that. I'm sorry, I wanted my buff. I've apparently committed a crime. Oh, and I've whiffed. Motherfucker. Where are these all coming from? Oh my god, I hate this incant. This is fucking obnoxious. I'm dead. I'm about to get exploded. Oh. Okay. I just watched like 4 of them poof out of existence. Not even like an animation or anything, just whoop, gone. Fire Knight's Seal. I'm assuming it's gonna buff fire incant. Yeah, boosts Mesmer's flame incants. That's even more specific than boosting fire incants. Hello? What have we here? I know they were summons. I just thought it was funny the way they like blinked out of existence without any animation or anything. I don't know if that was a bug or if they just actually don't have an animation playing on death for those guys if they're summoned. But yeah, that's like... Never mind. I'm gonna assume it was a bug because it's FromSoft. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. If I see it happen again, I'm gonna clown on them. Because, what? Are very strong in fairness. Yeah, but to use that seal, I would have to do a whole build around specifically Mesmer Flame incants. Not just Flame incants, specifically the Mesmer ones. Which is where sometimes I'm like, the buffs in Elden Ring with how many items there are can be too specific, in my opinion. To the point where something that should be useful just kind of isn't. Big Awooga statue. Iris of Grace. Place on the eye of another to grant the light of... America's Rune. Where the hell are we now? Where the hell have I ended up? What the fuck? All right, Erdtree base. Sure thing. This looks a little spooky. I don't know if I want to be here. We'll see how this goes. We're adventuring. People did say that the Shadow Keep branches off into a bunch of different areas. So far, I've already found 2, and I haven't even explored the main portion of Shadow Keep. Another poison swamp? Oh, no. No poison. No, just swamp. Actually, oh, but those aren't crafting items. I thought I could pick these up. No poison. Didn't expect trio. What does that mean? Hmm? What does that mean? Oh, that one I can pick. Trio tree. I seem to have navigated around the didn't expect trio. First off, yeah, I ran around something by going off to the side. Okay, sure. Motherfucker. Ah! He's using the blood thorns. Ow! You stop that. Mother... Excuse me, Elden Stars did not lock on? Never in my life have I seen that. This time, right? Elden Stars? Okay, I need to be able to buff and everything beforehand. Maybe I shouldn't have run straight up to the flower, knowing damn well what was about to happen. Okay. Is the boss gonna actually start immediately here? Oh, it does. Fuck, I didn't think it would. He was so far back there. Oh. He does not like the bonk, huh? Uh-oh, I'm dead. Okay. So, someone is weak to holy damage. And I don't think it's any of you, chat. And it's definitely not me. Motherfucker. Ow. Ow. This time with buffs, you just wait. What is the context of Mikkel saying, I take the dick independently of my ice cream? Did I miss something? I must have missed something, right? Ow. Oh, he's gonna bleed me. Oh my god, he does so much damage. He does so much damage. I'm surprised that I'm getting folded by this tree, considering how much damage I do to him. All right, I'm not gonna fuck with Elden Stars this time, I promise. That's not gonna save me. Oh my god, how am I alive? Oh. Ow. How did I outrun it the one time? Because I haven't been able to do it since. Oh, bullshit. I know your tricks, funny flower. Ow. Okay. Oh my god, 97. There we go. Oh. Oh shit, we're not done. Didn't expect trio. I'm smarter than this, Miyazaki. You can't fool me. There's two of them, isn't there? Mother. Even my hyper armor was not enough there. Youch. Ow, every time. Oh, you bitch. Trio means two. Uh-huh. Fuck, there's gonna be 3 flowers. And he can't just poise his way through. Hey man, I got massive poise, and that Ash has crazy hyper armor. I'm actually kind of shocked that I'm getting hit out of it. Too slow. Too slow. Fuck. I'm grabbed. I'm dead, probably. Or not. Okay. We live. Barely. Fuck. Fuck. There's a 4th every time. We don't learn. Panic rolling always wins. I'm trying to find places to use the ash. It is doing like a quarter of his health, and it refills a third of my health. So I probably could get through this faster if I wasn't trying to find a place to use that giant wind-up attack. But it's just such a valuable attack that it makes me want to find the spots to use it. I know one spot that I can use it. It's here. We're gonna get it again. Oh, but I have no FP. Bummer. Fuck. You know, this new block type with the tier is pretty badass, chat. Did you see it when I used it there? How little stamina it used because I skill checked it instead? That's some good shit. I like mechanics like that. That should just be a universal shield mechanic from now on. Next Souls game, FromSoft, genuinely, that should just be a universal mechanic. That shouldn't be locked behind a crystal tier. It's just so positive to have something like that for shields. Encourage them to do something other than just hold the button. I shouldn't have done a heavy. My mistake. Here comes the big one. I missed it. Oh, we still got it. We're fine. He sits there for so long after. Chug. Fuck. That was a massive risk. One more. Oh, great. Yeah, right on top of me. Awesome. Thank you, Miyazaki. I thought I had my shield out. Good start. Oh, the risk did not pay off. I was like, I need this heal. I need it. It did not work. Ah, shit. This flower is so dead next time. It's that time. And I have videos to work on. But this flower is so dead next time. I'm telling you. Anyway. That was close. I mean, not super close. That's like the 2/3 point, right? But that flower, when it explodes, is super open, which will be huge. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing What are we doing? Armored Core 100%, Ace Combat 100%, Metal Gear stuff. Metal Gear stuff tomorrow, along with... I mean, I put up a post about it, so a lot of people probably saw it already. The MGS5 video is also tomorrow morning. It's going public tomorrow morning. Finally. Only took 5 weeks to make. Not even that long, actually. Anyway, come back for any... We game. We play games. Anyway. Also, if you enjoyed... leave a like, algorithm stuff. You know how it goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description. Twitter, Discord server, whatever. They're all down there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.